It's the Weather Blender blog for the 9th of February. It's Tuesday, and I just realized I have nothing over here in the graphic behind me. It's all right. Hey, it's a blog. We're kicking back. We're relaxing. Sorry we don't have all the creature comforts of sometimes when I bring you this from home. But let's jump right on in because we got winter. We know it's winter, but what we really have is the return of Arctic air. And here's our storm system once again. You can see that thing. It's large, stretching snow all the way from Wisconsin all the way on over to, well, sections of eastern Pennsylvania. We had snow in the morning, about 1.5 inches. Lots of schools did the 2-hour delay. Some of them canceled, and then the rain kicked in and really turned that into just a big old, it looks like a Slurpee on the roadways. And now we have the cold air wrapping back in, my marvelous white arrow there, indicating the direction of travel of the cold air that will tuck back in and bring us more snow over the next couple of days, as well as very high winds. All right, let's start jumping around the weather models, looking at our Wednesday morning. Low pressure has moved up the east coast, and that rain snow line is way down to the south. The cold air beginning to really crank in here. Anytime you see the black lines very close together, the lines of pressure, those are isobars. That basically indicates that you're going to have some strong winds. The tighter the isobars are packed together, the stronger the wind. Very strong northwesterly wind coming in off the Great Lakes, so it's going to be bitterly cold. That also changes the ratio of your sort of water to snow, which means very light, fluffy snow. So we'll pick up, especially in the high terrain. Oh boy, by the time we reach Thursday, we could see, well over a foot. This is a look at the NAM model by Thursday morning. Hey, Southeast Michigan, good to have my friends there picking up 6 inches of snow. You see a little area that is almost like a dull dead spot right there around Charleston, Huntington. That happens sometimes on that northwesterly flow. First, thanks to the punch of southwesterly breezes that kicked into the system and warmed it up to rain, and then the fact that really you're dealing with elevation being the main feature of how much snow you see. The higher up you are, the more snow you get. So that's the NAM, and what's interesting, again, you can see, boy, huge bullseye out to the east. This is the GFS. We'll have to zoom in to check this one out again. Now, Southeast Michigan, more like 10 inches of snow, and then it jumps up to a bullseye of about 18 over just around, let's say, Philadelphia, in fact. Now that little dull dead spot, if you will, is just a little bit to the west on this model, and it picks up more like 4 inches around Huntington, steps up to about 8 inches in the mountains. Again, this is just a different model, the GFS. Nonetheless, it's about the same kind of shape, so you can get a sense for what is about to happen. Okay, let's look out ahead here. Now we're looking at Saturday night because nothing really is going on until then. We do have one little weak front coming through, and the snow line is way to the south, so we'll see some snow showers light in the late portion, 7 p.m. Saturday night. But then that next area that I circled in red, that's one of those Alberta clippers forming up, and you can see that thing scoot on through. 24 hours later, that area of low pressure is formed up, and we would expect maybe a couple of inches of snow on Sunday afternoon through Sunday night, and then through Monday morning, and that would taper off. At least it's going to move at a pretty good clip. So what do you do with all the snow when it piles up? Well, you build a land shark. That's what I would do. That's what they've done in Hinton, West Virginia, right there. We appreciate that photo that came to us on UNews. Hey, you got to be creative and you got to laugh a little bit because otherwise this winter would just take it out of you. So we appreciate that. Watch out for the land sharks. We'll keep you posted right here on the Weather Blender blog. And of course, we'll see you on good old-fashioned TV. I'm going to go look for a graphic now to put in the box behind me. Have a good night.